Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the future of apparel design and production, the On-Demand Apparel Microfactory. My name is Andy Saxton. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to manufacture garments on demand in a fraction of the time with a microfactory, your bridge to the world of just-in-time manufacturing. First, we'll talk about this revolution in apparel production. Then I will show you the microfactory in action, and you can chat with our staff one-on-one after that. You ready to go? All right, first let me ask you this. Who here still uses a traditional manufacturing business model? You know what I mean, right? That's where you manufacture all of your clothing first, incurring all your costs up front, right? Then you wait for your customers to see it and hopefully buy enough of it that you recoup your investment. That means months of designing and prototyping garments, shipping large orders, carrying huge inventories, all in the hope you sell enough to make a profit. And with all of that effort, all that expense, I bet you still sell some of that inventory for pennies on the dollar in closeouts. Well, that's the traditional business model, right? You carry all the risk, but you often don't reap the rewards. Well, on-demand manufacturing represents a sea change in apparel production. It takes that traditional business model and turns it on its head. Now, the customer sees your garment first, then buys it and pays you, and then you build it for them. The system removes all that risk, all those hassles, and delivers your profits up front where they belong before you make a single piece. That means no minimums, no inventory, no closeouts, no headaches. So, how does the microfactory fit into all this? Well, the microfactory is what makes it possible. It's a brand new manufacturing setup that combines the latest in design, production, finishing technologies from all different companies to fill your orders in quantities as small as one. So what makes your microfactory special? Well, first, it's small. How small? That small. Although if you have the room, you can certainly build them bigger to increase your production capacity. Second, it costs much less to run one because all that intelligent technology makes your production more efficient, and it requires fewer consumables and fewer skilled workers to run it. You got higher efficiency, lower cost. That means you keep much more of what you earn. Third, because it's small and inexpensive, you can set one up in your very own facility. That means saying goodbye to source manufacturing and all its hassles and taking control of your manufacturing. Finally, your business becomes more nimble and responsive in lots of interesting ways. Maybe you want to experiment with a new design or fabric or color. Go for it and just print a handful. Or you know what? Don't print any at all until someone buys them. You want to capitalize on a trend before it disappears next month with no long lead times now, you can jump on it. Maybe you want to boost your income by producing on-demand apparel for other designers in your microfactory. Make the deal. What else becomes possible? You tell us. Folks, this is your moment to break free from all of those constraints and frustrations of traditional manufacturing and embrace a new model designed to work for you. And because you're here in our booth today, you're among the first in the whole world to see it coming and appreciate its potential. So let me ask you, will you ignore it and get left behind? Or will you capitalize on it and lead the pack? While you think about that, I want to invite you to check out a setup microfactory. You can imagine this being at your own facility, and I'm going to take you on a tour so you can see how on-demand printing really works. Follow me, I'll show you on this tour of a microfactory. Come on over here to the white carpeting. Come on over, come on over. Come on over, come on over. All right, great. Folks, your microfactory production includes 3 stages, and the first is design and preparation. This is where you design your garment, you manage your colors, you get your artwork all ready to print, and it all happens right in this area. So, how do you design your garments now? Well, let me guess. Days of work, lots of waiting for sewn prototypes and mock-ups, right? All right, well, not anymore. Instead, you'll start by using EFI-Optitex to create your digital garment marker. Then, you can render photorealistic 3D models with any lighting condition you like, so you can see exactly how your garment will look on that customer's body. And you can take advantage of incredible tools like virtual sewing, pattern grading, fit checking, pattern libraries as well. Best of all, with EFI-Optitex, you're going to move fast. You'll create products and iterations in hours instead of days, and full collections in days instead of months. All right, so now that you've got your garment marker all set, you'll create a range of designs and options over here for your garment with EFI's Fiery Design Pro Print Suite. First, you use Design Pro to create your colorways and your design using its quick, intuitive tools. Now, along the way, you can choose from straight, drop, and shift layouts as you like with raster or vector artwork, so you'll make your layouts nice and sophisticated and seamless. You know, you can even set up and share multiple colorways from one single design. All right, next up, you're going to pick your fabric and prepare your file for print, and for that, you will open EFI's Fiery XF color management software. You'll select a workflow, and then your Fiery station will automatically manage your color and prepare your output. But you know what? Maybe that's too much work. If you're busy, just set up drag and drop folders on your desktop instead, then drop in your files, and your Fiery XF will process your designs automatically in the background while you do something else. Fiery XF runs on a powerful Pro server. This is where you load in your apparel file that you just created. You can choose from several different workflows, all programmed in here. Just select your fabric, load your job, click print, and your Fiery station does the rest. Now, once your designs and artwork are done, you move over to the second production stage, producing your apparel. So follow me over there. As you do, we're going to scan your badge along the way. And come on just around the corner over here. All right, you'll start by printing your files here by using the EFI-Reggiani Next printer. Now, this is one of the fastest digital textile printers in the industry. It'll print up to 500 of your customized garments every single hour. And by the way, even though here we're showing a sublimation transfer process, the EFI-Reggiani can also be used for direct-to-fabric printing. Now, because it's digital, you can print a single piece or a run of several thousand yards, all with the same consistent cost and quality. Because the pattern repeat size isn't restricted, every piece you print can be different. And because these printers are environmentally friendly, because they use water-based dye sublimation ink, you'll minimize your waste, you'll avoid hazardous products, and you'll recover up to 95% of the ink you normally lose during cleaning. Welcome to textile printing, the digital way. So now that your print run is finished, it's time to transfer your design onto your fabric, and for that, you will move your roll of printed pieces over to your heat press made by Klieverik, which permanently transfers your printed designs onto your fabric through the sublimation process. You just load your fabric and paper through your press, and it uses a heated oil drum and the pressure of the belt itself to chemically bond the ink to the fabric. Along the way, your Klieverik press will also deliver even, balanced temperature, balanced pressure across the entire heated surface. That'll keep your color and quality nice and consistent. You can also easily transfer roll to roll or piece goods as you like. Follow me. And look at that. In just 40 seconds, your press rolls up your finished fabric, so it's ready for cutting now. It also rolls up your leftover paper for recycling. Next, you're going to load your roll of printed fabric onto your Zund digital printer, which intelligently cuts your nested pieces. Now, these cutters use a modular design that adapts to any fabric you like, and Zund's single-ply cutting eliminates manual cutting altogether. I'll say that again, eliminates manual cutting altogether, that's right. Instead, you're going to use it to cut each piece to fit each individual customer's exact shape and size. Your cutter belt automatically advances your roll, and your mounted sensor uses registration marks on the fabric to measure the position of each piece. So, come forward. Now it's time for the third of your 3 production stages: sorting, organizing, and assembling your finished pieces. Now, in the old days, when it's time to organize your cut pieces, you'd have to take them by hand and walk them over to the finishing department, right? Littering your floor along the way. Well, folks, that is so 20th century. We're not doing that anymore. Instead, as your cut pieces come off of the belt here, you'll clamp them onto the carriers for your state-of-the-art Eton unit production system up here, and its overhead smart conveyors automatically deliver them onto the next correct operation. Now, that'll free up lots of valuable floor space for you and also minimize your labor costs. Now, this setup is very compact, as you can see, but if you've got large orders you want to fill quickly, you can also scale it up to cover a large production facility. Now, this Eton setup is also the industry's only unit production system that is 4.0 ready. And that's because of its integrated digital shop floor control system. It feeds you information in real time to help you monitor, balance, sequence, optimize your production flow. In fact, we've got several case studies that show efficiency jumping over 50%. And if you don't believe me, you can talk to the Eton folks after the presentation and ask them all your questions. They can help you out. All right, so now that you've sent all your cut pieces to their correct stations, it is time to sew them together. And for that, you're going to use accessorized sewing options from Henderson Sewing. Now, the sewing machines in the back here will stitch the sleeves and sides semi-automatically. So again, you don't need a skilled seamstress to run them, saving even more in labor costs. So again, from there, actually I'll mention something. We are so confident that you can run it, that anybody can run it. We invite you after the presentation to go ask them if you can complete the seam on one of the sleeves over there. They'll teach you how to do it in about 10 seconds. That's how easy it is. And just like that. Right. Now these pieces get transported forward for the final stitching over here, including the neckline. Once that's all sewn together, the Eton system takes it the last leg over to quality control at your packaging stations, and congratulations, your garment's produced. That didn't hurt a bit, right? But wait, how do you build a microfactory? Who helps you put it together and customize it and optimize it? Well, that's where Nextwave comes in. Nextwave is a product integrator. We are the first of our kind in the industry, but you can think of us as your personal consultants for on-demand manufacturing. We provide the tools and the knowledge to put all these pieces together, and we'll get you on the right track in no time. In fact, we invite you to visit our fully functional microfactory, which is near Atlanta, anytime you like. You get a private tour, you can kick the tires, you can even do your own test production run and print your very own apparel files. You can also find us online at nextwavems.com, and you can also Google us. Just Google Apparel Microfactory will pop right up. All right, folks, it's time to wind up the tour of the microfactory. We hope you see why taking control of your manufacturing, making your profits up front, and producing only what you need and only when you need it, that's the future of the industry, and it should be the future of your business as well. We invite you to stick around. You can talk with our team. All of these products have representatives here who can answer your detailed questions. They're waiting to chat with you, so feel free. And in the meantime, we invite you to stay a while, check it out, see what a microfactory can do for you, and we wish you a very good afternoon here at Magic Las Vegas. Thank you very much.